This terrible feeling caused me to start Showtime Travel for busy professionals. I want you to listen to the end of this video so you won't experience that same terrible feeling.
Melvin Baldwin, Showtime Travel.
I know a busy professional who tried to plan and design his own vacation and ruined it. Spoiler alert, it was me. I was that busy professional who wanted to look online, do the research and everything, and I wanted to design a vacation in the Caribbean that was not the norm. So we looked at Carousel, my wife and I, and in fact, we really didn't know much about Carousel. In fact, we were calling it Caraco. So we did all the research, we found the flight, we found the hotel, looked at a few excursions, and we settled on this all-inclusive resort that had some great reviews. It was 4-star, great pictures and everything. So we booked it all ourselves, all right? So we were very happy. When we landed in Carousel, everything was going well at the beginning. We flew in, we had a driver. The driver took us to the all-inclusive resort. Now, the all-inclusive resort lobby did not look like it was online, but we're still optimistic. We checked in at the hotel check-in, and we met a lady who just didn't have a inviting attitude. She was kind of like this job wasn't for her. But we did not let that ruin our start. So after we checked in, we went to our hotel room. Now this did not look like what we saw online. In fact, it had outdated furniture, rust around the bathroom, and it had little bugs everywhere. Once we saw that, all hell broke loose. Oh no. So we went right back to the check-in. And Miss Attitude greeted us at the check-in, and she basically stated, it's late in the evening, we don't have any more rooms left. But what you can do is go and visit our restaurants and get a little bite to eat, and maybe somebody will cancel and we can put you in another room. So we said, okay. We went out, we went to go to the restaurant, we had a little food, we had a little, drink with our food. All they had was well liquor, and the food was kind of bland. So my wife and I we're eating, we're looking at each other, and we're thinking of, that movie, Menace to Society, when Kane was in the detective's office and he was like, you'd messed up, right? You'd have messed up, right? I mean, that's what we were thinking, oh, this vacation is not starting off right. But we're still trying to be optimistic. So we go back to the check-in, and of course, Miss Attitude says, no, sorry, nobody canceled. You don't have any room. And I felt the pain in my wife's face, and I felt bad too, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're supposed to be here for 5 days. What is going on? So instead of going back and forth with Miss Attitude, I remember I have an industry contact. So we went back to the room. We took a variety of different pictures. We took pictures of all the bad spots in this room. And what I did is I went to their little office space that they have for the guests. I uploaded all those pictures. Now I want you to this was not the era of the smartphone. So we had to pay for quote unquote a dial-up modem. And I think it was like maybe $30 for 15 minutes. So I had to hurry up and upload the pictures from my camera into the computer and try to send this to my industry contact before my 15 minutes ran out. But we did it. So after we uploaded that, we went back to the room, and I was thinking, oh, how are we going to get through this night? My wife put on a robe. We laid towels on the bed. We just like, we just got to stay here till morning. So we suffered through it, and we did try to get some sleep, but at the crack of dawn, we woke up and we got out of there. Now, listen to this. I'm in day 2, and I'm spending my second day of my vacation looking for another vacation. So we spent time driving through Carousel, and we found one resort, and that was the Hilton Carousel. So talked to the lady at the Hilton Carousel, the general manager there. She understood our situation, said she had availability, and it was all inclusive as well. So we went in there. She showed us a room, spectacular. Everything looked night and day above where we were staying. So they said, "Hey, we'll help you out." So my wife and I, we found a driver. We drove back to that quote unquote bad all inclusive resort, and guess who we saw meeting us? The general manager. She's like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Baldwin. We found out that you had some issues with that room. We have already we have another room for you." And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I thought you guys didn't have any rooms. So, we said, "Hey, we'll look at it." She took us to this room, and this room was nice. It was a lot nicer than the room we had, but we're still thinking in our mind how you treated us last night. And the room still was not better than the room we had at the Hilton Carousel. So we said, "Thank you, but no thank you. We appreciate it, but I think the only reason you're contacting us is because of my industry contact showed you what type of issues we were having." She felt that the general manager at a bad all-inclusive resort knew our pain, felt our pain. We had a professional conversation, and she basically said, "I understand." She then paid for our stay at the Hilton Carousel. I found out that the owner owned both resorts, so that was a blessing in itself. So we were happy. Even though we did prepay for the bad all-inclusive resort, we didn't lose money because they transferred the whole reservation to the Hilton Carousel. So glad of that. But the moral of the story is this: I had an industry contact, and that industry contact helped me out. And that's why I started Showtime Travel for busy professionals. We know you're overwhelmed with your life and everything, so and your jobs and family. So we take care of everything, so all you have to do is just show up. Showtime Travel is that industry contact for you for luxury all-inclusive resorts. So we want to make sure that you get the service in the resort that you're looking for. So if you're looking for anything else, Showtime Travel can help you with your luxury all-inclusive resort needs, because you deserve a luxury vacation.